If you're a dispatcher, you know the weight of being the first voice on the line, the one who sends help but doesn't get to see what happens after. You hold space for the chaos, the fear, the terror, the tragedy. The sounds of the voices and background noises stick with you, don't they? Your brain scrambles to find closure, to fill in the gaps, but you move right on to the next call as if it didn't affect you one bit. And yet, despite all that, you're too often overlooked. You might even feel like the forgotten responder, like what you do doesn't matter, like you're not really considered part of the team. But the truth is, you are the first responder. It all begins with you, my friend. Today, we're going to do some tapping to help you begin to acknowledge that the calls do affect you, and maybe even release some of the heaviness of feeling unappreciated and undervalued. To remember that the work you do is so vital, whether others acknowledge it or not. We're going to get right to it, so if this is the first time you're tapping, or you'd like a refresher on the points, press pause and check out my video, EFT Tapping 101 first. It's linked in my channel description above. It's just under 15 minutes and covers the tapping points, along with an explanation of what tapping is and how and why it works. To jump directly to the tapping points, go to 5 minutes and 21 seconds. Let's get started. Even though I feel like an outcast, like I don't belong in the first responder family, I acknowledge and accept that this is how I feel right now. Even though I'm not the one who's physically on scene, I'm still affected by everything I hear. I still care deeply. I choose to acknowledge how much harder that makes it for me sometimes. Even though I feel like what I do is undervalued and unappreciated, and that sucks, I'm taking this time to acknowledge how much that hurts. It feels like no one gets it, like no one really understands what it's like on my end. I'm the first one to answer the call, but the last one anyone thinks about. Always holding it together while complete chaos unfolds on the other end. I hear everything, but see nothing. It's like being part of every call, but being disconnected at the same time. I don't get to see what happens in real time, leave alone the outcome. I just hear all the voices, the sounds in the background, the fear and the terror. My mind races to fill in the gaps. And it's never really a happy ending. I push each call aside so that I can move on to the next one. I'm just expected to keep it moving, to act like the calls don't affect me one bit. It's not like I can tell the person on the other end who's freaking out that I need a moment, because the call before them was really tough. There's no time for breaks. There's no time to process, even if I wanted to. or knew how. I've gotten pretty good at convincing myself that the calls don't affect me. But the truth is, some of them really do stick with me. And I'm beginning to see the toll it takes to hold it all in. The silent accumulation of it all. I'm taking this time to finally acknowledge it. To acknowledge and allow the heaviness of it all. Maybe that's the only thing I do today. Maybe that's enough. Maybe that's just the start I need to begin to catch myself when I'm feeling like I don't matter. When I'm feeling like the work I do isn't important or worthy of recognition. To begin to notice how my mind tries to fill in the holes with tragic endings that are probably not even true. To begin to introduce a new narrative. One that knows how vital my role is. How I'm a critical part of the first responder team. How much they actually do depend on me, even if they forget to tell me. I can start to tell myself that what I do matters. Admit that the calls do affect me, as real as if I was physically at the scene. Admit that the lack of recognition and inclusion hurts. Today, I'm speaking and honoring these truths, giving them some room to breathe, and giving myself as much grace and compassion as I can in the process. I hope you feel seen and that this tapping video helped you release, if even just a little bit, of the invisible weight you've been lugging around all this time. What you do matters. Leave no doubt about it. You are the first responder. And the work you do changes lives every single day. Thank you for what you do, for showing up shift after shift, and for being that steady voice on the other end of the line. If this video resonated with you, please let me know by liking, commenting, or sharing it with another dispatcher who could also benefit from it. And if you'd like to keep tapping on themes like this, be sure to subscribe and check out some of my other videos made specifically with first responders in mind. Doing any or all of those things helps me reach more folks just like you who could really use this kind of support too. If you have any questions about EFT or requests for future tapping videos, or want to go deeper by working with me one-on-one, let me know in the comments below or send me a private message. My email address is in my channel description above. Take good care of yourself. You deserve it just as much as the people you send help to. See you in the next video.